want to share a story with you about one of my kids being on the school bus some years ago. She walked in the door in a terrible mood. I said, "Hey, what's going on? What's the matter?" And she said, "Dad, the school bus driver, he got so mad." And she kind of blurted out this story about how she'd been sitting on the bus and the bus driver had stopped the bus and walked to the back of the bus, or halfway down the bus where she was sitting, and just laid into her, in her face, getting her in trouble because she'd been a naughty kid. And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And she said, "Dad, all the kids were doing when you've got one of these pens, one of these ones, and you pull the ink out there and you take the nib out the back and you put the spit wad in there, I don't know, like an Amazonian tribesman, and you've got the poison darts, but it's just a spit wad." Well, she'd been on the bus and everybody was doing it. But the bus driver happened to look in the mirror and see her doing it. So he stopped the bus and he went down and he just blasted her. Now, in that situation, she's having this big emotion. It's tempting for me to say, well, you know what, we know where the bus driver lives, and I think we could go and pay that bus driver a visit and teach his letterbox a lesson. Or maybe I could not take her side, maybe I could take the bus driver's side and say, well, you know what, you are an impediment to safety on the roads. I've driven with you before and I found you to be quite annoying as well. I'm not surprised the bus driver did that. And if you're doing the wrong thing, you probably deserved it anyway. Neither of those is helpful. When our kids are having a big emotion, rather than picking sides, even if they're fighting with their siblings, saying, "No, I don't want to do it," whatever, it's so much more effective to just say, "Wow, you're really upset about this, aren't you?" Or, "This really, really makes you mad." Or, I don't know, whatever it might be, just say the emotion that you're seeing. Literally, look at them with soft eyes, no judgment, no anger, just, "You're feeling really upset about this, aren't you? Oh, you poor thing." Or maybe not even that, just, "Oh, kiddo, sometimes we have really rough days, don't we? Sometimes nothing feels right." When we do that, we kind of help them to feel like they're safe with us, even if we disagree with them, even if we know that they were doing the wrong thing. It allows us to get them back to a place where they're logical. See, high emotions equals low intelligence. And so by saying that and helping them to feel safe, their emotions come down, so their intelligence goes back up.